Suck it.
This is the BAM podcast with Malcolm Springer.
All right, let's do this.
Yeah,
I'm probably
that sounds a lot better right here.
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Yeah, gotta have it. Yeah, Mike ain't
Now
gotta
he's
be so
moving.
close.
Now he's moving.
All right, we're rolling. Okay. Guys, we're here to talk about a few subjects today, but I think the biggest one to start to kick it off is Hunter Biden. What do you think?
Well, what state is it they legalized this? He might have been in that state smoking crack.
Well, I never thought about that. Is crack a legal drug?
Yeah, and where's this? What state?
Washington
is that?
State?
One of them states they legalized meth and all that shit.
No way.
Yeah, they did.
I don't know about
I
that.
heard the same
No,
thing.
for real. It
No, I
legalized this
know
shit.
that. I know that there's
Oregon, it's Oregon.
hallucinogenics.
I think it's Oregon. I think it's Oregon.
Oregon.
Yeah, I think it's Oregon.
You get to get
one
out
of
of
them
jail free card. You get to get out of jail free card.
Man, it's just like I don't do as much dope you want.
Hey,
No jail time
Sidetrack.
for you.
Sidetrack, if you could, man, look up the legal
Drugs
how much you can have
in Oregon.
in Oregon or in or Washington State, whatever. But you can have crack. How much crack can you have?
No,
on
it's all the drugs is legal up out. For real, all the drugs is legal.
But I'm
Everything.
saying, how much can you have on you? As much as you want.
I
Oh,
guess
man,
it don't
there's
even
a-
matter. It just want to turn all them to junkies. So
Yeah.
I guess it don't matter how much they got on them.
There's no limit.
Yeah, because they allowing the ones that users use. Hell, the ones that selling shouldn't get in trouble.
Look, man. Okay. And I know I'm in front of two guys that like to smoke the wacky tobacco.
The wacky.
But I said years ago, the day they start legalizing drugs in this country is when we're going down. And I think we've taken a pretty hard dip.
I don't know. Hell, they making a big business.
Yeah, making a big
especially
business, but look at all the idiots it's creating. That's
Especially
the
like weed
problem.
and them damn pills.
Oh, but I forgot, though.
Yeah, man.
Man,
I mean, I
man,
think
guys,
the legal
I could-
medicine's worse than the dispensary
yeah.
medicine.
They
We'll
selling
get
the
me
hell.
smoke if y'all
Yeah,
care.
go ahead. They selling the hell out them goddamn pills though, like candy.
What you talking about?
Any of them.
Walgreens, CVS, all them motherfuckers. They the dope man. They the biggest dope mans in the city.
And besides that, have you seen the side effects, man? You
Of
know?
what?
I
The
mean,
pills?
of any pill. Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, I had when I was an addict, man. I mean, I remember, man. I wanted those things all the time. It was part of my everyday life.
Yeah.
God, thank you, Lord, I'm off that.
Man, let me tell you, man.
Oh,
My
no,
life was
no
miserable.
doubt, man.
Actually, man, I mean,
I just went through some back. I had some back pain, right? They gave me the shot, and they gave me some muscle relaxers.
right.
Man, I couldn't use the bathroom for goddamn about a month.
That's what I'm saying, you man.
That shit, them pain pills be blocking them up.
Man,
Hey,
it's
man.
the
Oh,
worst.
man.
And when you come off of them, it's like it's the opposite effect. And all of a sudden, man, you got
And here's
raw
the
tater
fucked
hole
up thing
for a
is-
while.
If you go to the doctor really hurt, that's the first thing they give you every time. You know?
Man, you know what, man?
I ain't ran up on that kind of doctor yet. Hell, them doctors.
no,
I go in there. I go in there
I mean-
looking for Lord tails. I need some Lord tails, man.
Do you really? See, I don't. I
Yeah.
say, man, whatever you do, I don't
Yeah,
take no
and
pain
then
pills.
and they
I
always
tell them I
wanna
don't
give
take
you
it, but if I
pain
take anything, guess what? I need some Lord tails.
Do you really?
I'm
I
just
know.
saying,
Yeah. I'm allergic to some of them pills because I tried to take.
Don't they make you sick to your stomach?
I don't take them like that.
What do you mean? you
I
don't
don't take them like that.
You
No,
don't take.
no, I don't take them like that.
You don't take them suppository style, do you?
Hell no, hell
I
no.
think you say, man, you my best friend, man. I ain't doing
No. Hey, man, let me tell you something. When I go in them doctors, I'm going there motherfucker look for some money, man.
Oh shit!
But hey,
I'm just telling the damn truth, man.
but on the topic of addiction of anything, man, I think the worst one, man, me and Mal are doing right now, man. That's the
Cigarette.
that's
Oh,
the
man,
that's the devil
that
right there,
cooked
bro.
with so much shit, man. It's ridiculous.
That's
You look,
the
Man,
devil,
look,
dude.
you don't make me feel bad. I'm gonna put this thing in.
no, you ain't got to put it out.
Me
No,
too.
no, I don't-
I'm gonna put it out.
Yeah, let's have it.
This is what you need in your life, though, man. It make you think before you react. You be like, you be like, man, should I cuss this out or just let them pass and enjoy my high? I'm gonna let you pass on that. Bye.
No.
And gone by
Well,
just me.
Well, I mean, I think that there's something to be said about that. The problem is, though, there was one guy, though. Man, what is his name? It was okay. So, what's the guy that always owned Joe's thing with Randall Carlson? You remember his name?
Yeah.
Sidetrack. It's Randall Carlson, and anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The whole point is like he said, yeah, if the people would just switch to psilocybin and freaking pot, the world would be a lot better place. I don't know about that.
Most people I know.
Man, it'd be a happier place.
most-
I don't know if it'd be better, but it'd be happier.
I ain't gonna
bro.
lie. Most people I come in contact with that's 420 friendly, they really ain't with all that. You know what I mean? They just trying to enjoy themselves, listen to some music or doing whatever they doing without the. You know what I'm saying? But when they are hyped up on their yada and that other, oh man, you got a different attitude out there.
You do.
Well, hey, drinking,
Yeah.
man. I mean,
Oh, hey! I want
watching them
I
stumble
want to
around.
plug Brentwood Nutrition.
Yeah, Brentwood.
You guys, man, got to go by there. This is the best.
Hey, that Captain America's a.
Yeah, we get them all the time.
Dude, I'm doing a double Captain America right now. And he told me, he said if I would do a triple one, that I'd be acting like Joe Biden's son.
You got them
You be
butt
tweaking.
naked smoking crack. No goddamn.
So right now, I want to cut to Joe Biden's son naked, smoking crack on our podcast. Now, I want to ask something now. Now, what point in life do you get where you're smoking crack and videotaping yourself smoking crack while you're naked?
That's a
whole nother level,
I
man.
think
That's Charlie Sheen
I think that's
level.
that's
you know?
a fetish of his, man. That's a real fetish. How many videotapes he got himself? They say he got quite a few of them.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
I mean, I think
Yeah,
thousands.
that's a fetish.
Here's what's even more weird. Well, I'll tell you something funny because
I know whoever served him got that would get paid like a mother.
man, it just man. Yeah, man. I mean, I don't even know where you how do you go that far to where you're doing that? Man, that's somebody who is got a problem.
Well, you know,
Yeah, that's past problem, man. That's like
they got
a whole
long
nother level.
money though, so it ain't no thing.
I mean, he really doesn't care. You know what I mean? Like, there's no repercussion thought.
Well, I mean, he's not thinking about like his dad's like president of the United States, and he don't need to be doing.
You
We're
don't
way
give a damn
past
about
that,
it.
bro. We're way past that.
He about 50 years old.
Okay, so
He
here,
about 50, ain't he?
put yourself okay.
He old, yeah. He about that's an old ass crackhead.
Okay. So listen. So can you
He
imagine?
just a crackhead that can handle his high.
Can you guys
Can
imagine?
afford his high.
Can you imagine sitting down with your dad, that's president of the United States, and him having a talk with you about smoking crack naked, and it's all up in
video.
What kind of conversation would that be? Would that be like?
You know, his dad probably hires a buddy to go have that. You know? That's probably
got a
not.
crack pipe in his suit pocket as his daddy talking to him.
You think
already loaded up.
you think he sits? You think old Prez sits
George
him
Clinton
down?
style.
Yeah, already loaded up.
You think Prez sits him down though and it's like gives him the old shoulder tap talk? I don't think he does.
You think he goes shoulder tap talk?
Yeah.
Hey, good thing he wasn't on the hair. He been falling asleep in that. Been a Whitney Houston.
I mean, let's just face it, man. That guy, though, can you imagine? And I'm just saying, can you imagine that you're all over YouTube, the internet, and everything, naked, smoking a crack pipe? But there was one though. TJ saw me, man. He's up in front of the camera, swinging that thing around and everything.
And what's so crazy? They made a.
He's like he's like purposely, flashing.
No, he's like, he likes looking at himself.
It's a fetish, like you said.
Yeah,
But I've never even heard of that fetish. That's the problem. I mean, I've heard of some toe fetishes or some feet fetishes, which I think is completely weird, but some people like that kind of thing.
I know
That's
cat.
weird.
I know a cat like that get off on feet.
Man, all I can say is, man, is my old lady, when she looks at my feet, she's like, man, maybe I'll put those socks back. I got some ugly ass feet.
Hey, depending on how the work day was, I might put the socks back on. You know what I mean?
Depends on how many hours I've been sitting down here.
Yeah.
Well, and man, but the whole Joe Biden thing is like, but there was more to that story than just a naked crack pipe.
Oh, for sure.
The naked crack pipe was just
Probably
part
the
of
minimum.
Was some country is
How
paying
did
him
it,
money?
did
to
somebody?
be-
How
What
did
was
it get
that
out?
thing?
How did it get out?
How to get out? He left his, from what I understand. Remember, we were at the Brentwood Nutrition while going. He was telling us that what happened was he left his laptop at a place that was getting it fixed, and
They tapped that
they
bitch.
tapped into it, because he left it down there for a long time. And so the people there hacked into it and spread the word, which is against the law. I would say they got a lawsuit coming. I mean, really bad.
I don't know, because he left it. So, it's
Yeah.
Well, maybe
it belonged to them at a certain time.
Was it a pawn shop?
It's one of them computer places. Once you leave it, it's theirs.
If it was a pawn shop, they probably took it.
Yeah.
All right.
But as long as ain't them documents they looking at, they won't. You know what I mean?
So I wonder if Hunter Biden shows up to like a White House party on crack.
With his shirt off.
Eyes buck like a.
He got the window seat.
I know Rick James said cocaine hell of a drug. He didn't say crack.
Yeah, no kidding, man. I mean, that's just like, man.
Man, you guys ever watch that video of the NASA guy though? That was like, he's a huge crack guy.
Are you serious?
Yeah, no, there's
Man,
there's a NASA guy.
I want to stop it. The one thing about it though, man, and I've done some stupid things, and that was a long time ago, that's for sure. And what's funny is like, I think Junior's is like, hey man, time to slow down. This was years ago, and it's like, I never got to the point where I was smoking crack, not one time, or smoking anything like
Nor
that.
have I.
It's like, but my thing has always,
Pot
was
was
always
as far
I
as
have
I
my
went.
line I don't cross, because once you cross that line, you're on another level.
It's different levels.
Intravenous and freaking smoking
Yeah,
crack.
it's different levels of this shit, man. Big time.
Thank Lord I didn't
Well,
ever get into that.
I mean, growing up, you'd be at a party and somebody might have sprinkled some cocaine in the joint or
Oh,
whatever.
God.
See
that'd be an ass beating for me. I mean,
Yeah,
I'd be beating somebody's ass for
That's
that.
why I said it's just different levels to it, from
Right.
Chevys to shooting.
Yeah,
That's
it's
just
it's just-
ridiculous,
yeah,
though.
it
man.
is.
But no matter how messed up I never got to that
Me
point where
neither.
that was my thing. It was like, it was just like
Shooting is probably
Almost
the
a-
craziest thing out of seeing somebody do this shit.
man.
Shoot that shit up.
That's pretty freaking. That's not.
That's
That's
sick,
not
man.
having fun.
That's sick.
Man, that shit they already be having that lick, and they just be about
Well, that's just sick, man.
just
I mean,
moving the fucking needle and just
Where do
in
you
and
go?
out. Just
Well,
like, you already
awful.
high.
yeah, it's like, but
awful.
what the thing is when the party's over, the party's over. It's like you got to have. I mean, back in the day, I mean, that was just my thing. When the party was over, the party was over. I mean, it was time to go to bed, But people aren't like that, man. I mean, they're not like that. I gotta say, man, when they start getting into that smoking crack and stuff like that, man. I mean, it's almost like.
Well, look at the type of person. I mean, look what he's promoting and doing in
Well,
these videos and stuff.
My thing
It's not-
is I have a ton of heroes of mine that were drug addicts,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Me
And
too. Me too.
but I never, ever did they smoke crack or whatever, or anything like that. But I don't know one successful freaking crackhead besides. And I think he was way. Well, I shouldn't have said that, should I? Let's cut that out. I'm sorry, man. That's a personal thing. We should keep
Well,
it. We
I
probably
mean,
should cut that. Yeah.
But honestly, no. But I mean, go back to the clip of the guy from NASA, because there is a NASA engineer that claims that, and even says he got to his crack habit was $200 a day, and he still worked for NASA and would go get crack every day and work for NASA.
So this is a successful crackhead.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
See, he can
Man, I should call him crack.
he makes
crack
so much,
addict.
Yeah,
he makes
crack addict,
See, he
exactly.
make enough to afford this shit. You got some people out there on this shit can't even afford that motherfucker.
Right,
Out there
exactly.
stealing beer. And,
Man, that's
just,
when they go crazy.
Yeah.
That's when you see the bad side of people because it's not really them. I mean, I don't necessarily think that it's a disease. Addiction's a disease, but it
ain't no disease. That's something that you want.
Well,
know?
no.
That's
Hang
something that you
on.
won't do.
I think though, because it's not many. I'm finding out the hard way, and you know what I'm talking about.
yeah.
That some people just never like grow up, and
Yeah.
and like no people just don't grow up, and some people
that's
do.
just something they want.
And it's like, for me, it's my family, it's like it's Tiffany and the kids. And it's like, that's for me.
By
I was
line,
just like,
by lining your
I'm
broad
done.
up.
Oh yeah.
I'm done. Finally, somebody worth quitting this for and act like a fool for. And, but it's, still, I still get that eye when I come in late, not really, but I can tell she's fishing me out. And that's fine. That's fine. I
You
deserve
can
that
hear
much.
it in the tone.
Yeah, on
you
a
know?
lot of this shit, if you how can I put it? If you can't afford what you're doing, you need to stop.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because a lot of them put that over their priority. You know what I mean? And get mad because you put your habit over your priority, and then ain't nobody fucking with you because everybody know
You don't have no priorities.
Yeah. Your priority is getting high, and ain't nobody finna
Yeah, that's not a good priority.
help you get high.
Oh man, it's like in Hunter Biden's case though, I think he's just a rich kid.
Oh yeah, he got
Definitely.
But he,
Privileged.
and I got a feeling this was a problem way
Way before
he was going to be president.
He's been a junkie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
He
was
been a
known
junkie. He's just
beforehand.
he's just a junkie that can afford it.
Yep. I mean, it's the only, and you know what? How many thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars he's probably been through getting from money from
His grandmama. Hey, just think how much money.
Well, it's probably why he did a deal with was it the Ukraine? That was the deal that he had that nobody knew about. He's getting $100,000, a year from that. Or no, it was more than that. It was like
And
I can't remember.
they probably got that cheap work over there. So if he got some crack from over there, goddamn, hey, he definitely on another level.
What city in Ukraine? We might not have any records left.
You know, getting that uncut.
Was it the Ukraine he was getting that money from, Jackson? Oh, it was the Ukraine.
Right.
So that's why we're on their side. Anyway, that's another story. No, it's not why we're on their side, but whatever. Let's don't get into that. But we don't do politics on here. We don't talk about shit like that because it's just horrible.
It's awful.
Anybody killing anybody.
It is awful, yeah, man.
Well,
it's love,
it's just,
man. We need
come
love.
on, man. You guys can settle this thing. Just sit at the table and talk. But whatever. I mean, that's their deal. That's not in my simulation.
Yeah.
Now, if you were to fly me over there, it would be. But that's a whole nother podcast.
Yeah.
Because me, I don't believe that China or Japan or any of them people, Japan or any of those people are over there because right now, what is happening is right in my immediate reach, not just in this room, but I'm saying home from here
In
to there.
this area.
Yeah, the reason why I don't go back to places so I can get that out of my simulation, even though it's in there. I know I can always go there.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know. Everybody thinks that's crazy talk. No, it ain't. It makes complete sense if you think about it.
Well, when it coming out of that stuff over there, you already know it's about business, money, oil
It is.
or whatever,
Yeah.
So
Well, I think it's about a bunch of stuff we can't talk about on here, but that's my theory, and it's not really a theory; it's actually facts. But people don't look into facts like I do because that's why I have a podcast.
about
But
the
But hey,
resource.
back to Biden's son. What do you think the outside world looks in on our country and thinks about that? When they learn about our leader's kid,
Have you ever just look on other world news, not like China and European news, and how they talk about the United States?
no, I'm sure.
Oh, they view us totally different, man.
Oh,
They-
of course.
You know what I mean? So when they talk about the United States, it's every flaws that they got, they mention it.
Well, because that's the first thing anybody would look at anybody is their weaknesses, and we got all these porn sites and all these are women's acting like that on there, man, and which is whatever. But see, like China, they have a firewall around their country. You can't get the porno thing going on over there. It's totally like against the law. You get caught looking at that stuff, they'll freaking kill you.
Now for real.
Yeah,
But
they will literally kill you.
They're probably one of the #1 makers of it too, though, right?
No. They have a firewall around their country that you can't get into. Japan's
So they
different.
don't believe in all the porn and shit.
No, they don't believe in that. They don't believe in gay rights and all that stuff either. If you're gay or whatever, they'll execute you too.
Wow.
They had a thing where they took all the gay. Did y'all see that thing? There was a big thing that happened about a year ago, maybe a little bit longer than that ago. If you were a feminine acting actor on the movies over there, you were out of the picture. You wouldn't. And I was like, whoa. Now that's kind of crazy because that's communism in its finest right there. And that's their deal. But that's their deal is you can't be feminine. If you're a man, you can't act feminine at all. And if you do, ma'am, well, I had somebody. Matter of fact, he's coming on the podcast here in a couple.
They don't
days.
want no flute players.
They don't want no.
No, but it's funny because
They don't want no tiptoes through the tulips.
no, they're straight up like really hardcore about that. But now I have to say this though. I have to say this because I think this is important to say. A buddy of mine I'm on the phone with, he's going to be on the podcast. As a matter of fact, he's coming Saturday. Scott Shepard, he was a Black Hawk flyer. His podcast is coming up. It's going to be awesome. It depends on how you call awesome. Some of the stories
it's very
he has,
interesting.
very realistic about what happened to him over in Afghanistan and Iraq. But he, his wife had said something to him about it because he's from Missouri, and you know how Missouri people are. And the people that we know. I mean, it's nothing bad. I love my people.
But
back
it's
home.
a different breed.
But I'm saying though, their attitude toward gays and stuff like that. Here's the thing. His wife asked him one day, said, "So when did you decide that you liked women?" Got a good point there. So I didn't wake up one morning and go, "Oh, I like women." So that means that probably gay people didn't wake up one day and go, "Oh, I like the opposite sex or I like the same sex." They're just what it is what it is, and that's their deal. It's not mine or not hurting me. And matter of fact, I have a lot of gay friends, and
We do. We don't. We know
actually,
a lot
we
of
all,
yeah.
you know
We
what I'm
know a
saying?
lot
But I
of
don't care. It's like who
I don't
cares who
either,
looks
man.
into that? But see,
Yeah.
the
Hey,
Chinese,
guess what?
the
You
Chinese
love-
do look into that, and it's like so you don't even have a right to your own sexual orientation over there.
Wow.
Or, let alone porno
Some
and
of them,
stuff like that.
Some of them is like to me, they really exposing themselves when they come down with some of these laws. Cause some of you can't just accept somebody just because they're gay.
Something's wrong
Who
with
care?
you,
You know what I mean?
Right. Well,
And then you got the other people that's passing laws to have sex with underage kids. You know what I mean? So you basically a pedophile,
freaking awful.
and you in office. That's what I understand. You passing out pedophile laws.
That's awful.
Man, that's when it's funny.
Long
'cause
as the 14-year-old is consent with up to it, it's okay with them. And
that's not the way it is because they're not
That's
old
sick,
enough to
man.
get what the hell's going on.
No,
To be honest
man.
with you,
That's sick, man.
I better not go there because it's family matters. But I'm just saying, there's been some instances where I thought, man, I wanted to kill somebody, but that's beside the point. Matter of fact, I can't say I won't kill somebody on here, but I'm saying I did want to in past tense.
no, you better
but-
not say this. Cause boy, the Charleston White your ass called police on you.
Yep. All of a sudden, man, I'm getting handcuffed at the band podcast.
Man,
But no, that was a past tense. I wanted to, but I didn't. Everybody's safe now. Everybody calm down, eat some fruit.
Reel it in, reel it in.
Oh. Hey, guys, I had to tell you, man. This morning, this is how my house is in the morning, man. Kids get up. We fix some biscuits and some bacon and eggs and stuff like that in the mornings. And me and my kids, all of a sudden, I put in the name of Rage Against Machine on. And man, here I am air guitaring it around the house. And it's an absolute freaking blast, man. And I thought this morning, man, what I need to do is I need to videotape our mornings because people wouldn't believe it, man. I'm up doing air guitar, my underwear, and everything else. Really, we have a freaking blast in the mornings, man. Now, Tiffany, she's kind of hard to get up in the mornings, but anyway.
That rage will wake anybody up.
I was
though,
just saying
you know?
because that's the kind of family we are, and that's the way my kids view life. And I know everybody's gonna go, "I can't believe you play that song in front of your kids." It's like,
No,
man, listen here. My kids are going to hear
I
that
know me,
stuff.
mine enjoyed you in your boxers while doing it then.
Because I'm a sexy man, but but no, it's just it's like we have a good time, man, and it's like I'm not saying that life is all about a good time because we all know it's not. Matter of fact, life is pretty bad. But I want my kids to understand that, man. Don't judge people. It's like because your dad was a professional dancer at one time.
No, me.
All right. Let's switch gears. Let's get off Hunter Biden and all this kind of crazy stuff. Now, look, man. Let's talk about this and what's her name? Heche. How you say her name there? Sidetrack.
Yeah, I haven't even seen this video.
Are you
I haven't
serious?
I haven't watched the video at all.
Oh my goodness, dude.
Sidetrack was kind of saying, "Hey, we're gonna get your reaction." But I was like, "Yeah, I've never seen that." I heard a little bit. I know it's who's ex.
Oh, it was what's her name's ex?
Ellen.
Ellen.
Well, okay, so she has a wreck, and it's really freaking terrible.
What a car!
You
wreck?
should have saw the car go by, guys.
All right, we're about to.
It was crazy. But right now, we're going to cut to that and see what happens. Oh my God!
Look at that bitch there. Boy.
Wow!
Wow, that was creepy.
Tell me something.
That was like
creepy.
Tales from the Crypt, like
What the heck do you say about that?
Tales from the Crypt, either they clone done went crazy.
Man, I don't know what to even say about that because that's just like so weird. It's like, what do they have a scientific explanation about that, Jackson?
Do you think it's a clone?
I mean, yeah. What are they? What's the verdict over here from the news source? She was brain dead.
How can you be brain dead and come out of that like that, man? Okay, guys,
Was it the wind?
I don't want I don't want to say any speculation, but to me,
she knows some.
Somebody somewhere freaking didn't want her living. And that's what it looks like to me because she looks totally fine right there.
Yeah, forgot about with no problem.
And well, I ain't gonna say they probably did, but it just doesn't look like that she was gonna die to me. I mean, I'm sorry, man, but that's way too crazy. That's one of the craziest things that's happened in the last 2 weeks. Was it been 2 weeks? Yeah, man, that's awful, though.
Oh, that's awful, man.
Don't want to say anything, Nick, because she seemed like she was a really nice lady. I mean,
yeah.
It just seemed like, probably broke a lot of people's hearts, that was good friends with her. And I don't want to say anything that negative. It's just, gosh, dang, it's like that's just don't seem like she would be winding up dead. And you know what, though? If you get up and you can do that.
Yeah, she was on some serious coke or some crystal meth. Some gave her some energy.
Something.
Yeah.
Something happened where I know that she was pretty messed up. They're not ever going to come out with a toxicology.
Yeah, because she was just
report
on this man. I guess she stopped at a beauty shop and bought a wig or something right before that happened.
No way.
Yeah.
Well, what do they say there? She was acting like
shit, like she was in the right state of mind.
Wow.
Do they have video of the actual wreck?
Well, they have a video of the car coming by.
Somebody ring.
But man, you know what though? That could have been anybody's car.
Yeah.
They could have videoed that. I'm just saying, man. There's some. I don't look. You know me. I'm a Bigfoot expert. No, I'm not really an expert, but I'm a Bigfoot believer, and I believe in aliens. But I do believe there's some conspiracy theories around some things, and that don't seem like that's the right. They don't seem right. I'm sorry.
That's wicked.
I believe in cloning. That probably a clone or something. Gab probably already did, but that clone just had a malfunction.
Now, man, I thought I was conspiracy theorist, but now that's some far out.
That got a man.
Do you think Tom Cruise is a clone?
If he's still doing his damn stuff, yeah, you'll see that damn clone. That mother was 60, 70 years old.
Well, he's a lot older than I am.
Yeah, he older than so I'm pretty sure
he's older than me and you, for
yeah,
sure.
So
man, it sure seems weird though.
That might be alien. Though.
See,
That might not be
Sylvester ain't doing
cloned.
it. You see, Sylvester ain't doing his own stunts no more.
Man, they had a big thing for his birthday, man. Sylvester come out of his freaking van. Boy, that's something. He's stocky as hell, man. I mean, that's a good
But you don't see him doing all that action like he used to do.
no.
No.
You know what I mean? He more like Steven Seagal type.
Right.
You know, little quick.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he ain't really just doing it like
Maybe
that.
maybe like in the old
Steven
actions.
Seagal's probably somebody I wouldn't mess with though.
No, man, none of them guys.
No,
man.
I wouldn't mess with Stallone either. He's pretty freaking stout, man.
No, you don't want none of those guys.
And well, the thing is, when he got out of his truck the other day on his birthday, he looked just like it was a scene out of Rocky.
Oh, for real.
Oh yeah, he's got them shades on just like he used to in Rocky. You know, when after he won the fights and everything, he was being Mr. Getting out of the the truck,
Hollywood.
looking all big and buff and shit. Looked like he could whoop somebody's tater. And what's crazy about it is like the guy looks like he's in pretty good shape. He looks like he's in pretty good shape too, and he's older than us. Because remember Rocky, I was freaking. I don't know how many. Hey, what year did Rocky come out? Man, we're throwing him all kinds of curveballs today. Man.
Yeah, man, he's working.
76? Holy gamoly.
Wow.
I was 6 years old.
Wow.
Bam, 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 bam,
I can't believe that.
bam,
Right
bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. Rising up, back on the
This thing, he
street.
was doing that when we was 6 years old. So you can imagine, man.
So that means he would have to be at least 20 to do Rocky, and I think he was older than that, don't
He
you?
was like 70.
Okay, so that means he outdoes us by, dude. Could that be right? Could it
20?
be or 15? At least 15 or 20 years. So Sylvester Stallone is a good. Look and see
65,
how old that
70.
dude is.
About 65, 70.
You gotta be 70.
76.
76,
Hustling.
dude. 76.
So he needs to be the
So
guy on the product.
He
that's,
is literally old enough to be my dad.
Yeah. Everybody did.
Because my mother's not that old. My mother's 72.
Stallone's kicking, huh?
That's an in shape 76-year-old man. Maybe he's a clone.
Oh, you know, when you got money like that, you got somebody that can afford to feed you and keep you up like you want to be.
Yeah, they fluff them muscles. They fluff them muscles.
You got them chambers and shit. Because especially if you got them chambers like LeBron, shit, you be around forever.
Yeah.
What do you mean chambers?
They got them compression suits,
Yeah.
squeeze them.
Got them little chambers that help them breathe.
Oh, I thought they had them freeze drive thing.
Cryo.
Cryogenic. I'm gonna
Yeah,
try
they
that,
do.
man. I'm
They
gonna try.
do.
I'm gonna try the
Whatever it is.
cryogenic stuff.
They do all kinds of stuff.
But the cryogenic just may be something that may heal my freaking thing that's going
T.O.
on.
got that too, man. But they actually got it in their house, man. The little chamber that they sit in and just,
Reed does everything.
yeah, cleanse their body.
No, you know, man. I mean, hell, I'm gonna go 30 years backwards instead of 30 years forward.
Good.
I need a good cleanser, my guy does.
All right, now listen. Here's what's got to happen though. We may have to take. Hang on, let me see. So go to my Facebook page and go to that girl's video. We found ourselves guys out there. We found ourselves a rapper. Here. Let's just take a break. Let's find that real quick. I got to piss again.
All right. The BAM Podcast is brought to you by Nashville Jam Company. Stop by their location in Berry Hill, Tennessee, or visit NashvilleJamco.com. When you check out your order, show proof of subscription to the BAM Podcast and get 10% off your order.
We're back.
Where are we at here?
So here we are. So here is an interesting thing that happened. Man, that does look like that dude. Okay. So authorities, Oklahoma man arrested for murdering a fishing partner over a fear of being fed to Bigfoot. Now we can cut and have a picture of this fella. I don't even know what to say. And he looks like this dude in this movie.
Man, that's a crazy.
What is wrong with people?
Dude.
Look,
Man, it looks to me like he was one of them kids where his grandma had his ear the whole time. One ear stretched out more than the other.
Man.
Looks like grandma had his ear.
somebody
the whole
grabbed
damn
his ear and
time.
took off.
Yeah,
Boy, that guy looks pretty weird.
he got beat as a kid.
Hey, then
I hate
again,
it,
his wife or his gal might have had a little play with them ears, dog in that head.
Okay, so
He on there chewing.
listen.
Got him on there chewing.
Okay, look.
She wanted it chewing.
Dude,
that choo choo.
Yeah.
if people want to know why I am saying I'm an alien, this is a prime example. No one from my planet would ever go, oh, he's going to kill me and feed me to Bigfoot, so I'm going to kill him first. And here's what the best part about the throwing thing is. And listen, I'm not bragging on anybody that does the noodle thing, but he was noodling. Do you know what noodling is? I mean, Junior, listen. They stick
Somebody was
they stick
noodling
their
something.
hand down in these freaking muddy holes
Ain't
and
no
grab
way
these
in hell.
these catfish by the mouth
Yeah.
and then bring them. I mean, I'm wondering, like, what in the hell are you thinking doing that? But I know, Bong from freaking Elephant Room, but he was also in Hot Action Cop. He does that noodling stuff.
Oh yeah. I mean, some of these
And I'm
guys,
like,
man.
what are you
Some of
thinking,
these
dude?
guys, their arms
I
will
ain't
be
never heard
bleeding.
of this shit a day in my life. Some noodling
Yeah,
with
noodling.
catfish.
Yeah.
They go in these freaking. I mean, we could look up that too. We could cut to somebody noodling, and they're
Yeah.
feeling around in the water
Yeah.
like this, like.
That's
they-
crazy, man. And they come up with the crazy fish.
And they come
bro.
with this huge ass catfish.
You're like on your arm, bro.
I mean,
on
and
your
they,
arm.
and they got the thing in there, Junior, and it's like some redneck stuff. I mean, hey, I know that this is going to be a freaking two rednecks and Junior, but I'm telling you right now, this redneck does not do that.
No,
And
I don't.
really-
I don't do that.
Man, ain't no
I'll
way in
drop
hell.
I'll drop a line with a fishing pole, but I ain't throwing my finger down in the hole. You
Man, I
know
don't
what I
even-
mean?
Ain't going to happen. Hey,
No.
man, that might
Hell,
be
I
a
don't
bad
even like
thing
walking.
here.
I don't even like walking around.
I'm not going to throw my finger down.
Man, I don't even like walking around. Man, I don't even like walking around with shoes on. Better yet, lay on the damn ground and catch a fish.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you gotta wade like waist
Catch
down.
the fuck, I cook it.
Like they really they go swimming to catch this fish. They go down there. A catfish ain't on the top of the water, boy. It's down at the bottom.
No, they're down
Yeah.
with their head up
Yeah.
like this, Junior. And they're all
Yeah.
feeling around and stuff. And I'm like,
Yeah.
man, oh my God, it gives me cringe, makes me cringe just thinking about it. Like, because I'm, for someone from another planet,
Now, I
I
seen
don't
that-
like heights. It's like the same feeling when I get when I'm freaking, you see, Tom Cruise on the side of a building climbing up and one of his things give out. It's like, oh, one of those things, It's like, oh my God, what are they thinking? But then to think, not only am I going to stick my hand in a big old muddy hole, no pun intended, but but I'm saying, my buddy's going to kill me and feed me to Bigfoot on top of it.
Yeah.
Man, listen,
And you
man.
kill him.
Jesus.
While you're out.
I'm trying to figure out, like, what I was trying to figure out is, like, I wonder at what part of the fishing trip he came up to that conclusion. I mean, were they talking about it on the way there? Is there anything in the article that says anything about that, Jackson?
It's just I can't just fuck with it just for the simple fact you got your hand. It's like a boot hole. It's like you got a boot hole, and then you know what I mean. It's just,
Booty.
it's
Okay.
just that you got a woman that ain't just got her shit standing there. You smash and you feel the shit. That's just like, you know what I mean? Hell no.
Okay, so here says. Okay,
Hell no.
So here it says Larry claimed that while at the river, he discovered Jimmy intended to feed him to Sasquatch / Bigfoot.
What Jerry tell him?
Larry indicated Jimmy attempted to get away from him so that the Sasquatch could eat him. Larry, this is not a good article. Larry would not let Jimmy get away. Larry punched Jimmy and struck Jimmy with a stick. Larry and Jimmy fought for an extended amount of time on the ground. Larry confirmed he killed Jimmy by choking him to death near the river. Wow. It doesn't really say when Larry claimed that Jimmy.
Did he kill him with his stick? Sound like me. They were playing Brokeback Mountain type, and shit went left. Went left
down by the
That's
river.
what it sounds to me like too. Like these guys
Yeah,
were a little bit loving on each other. It sounds like a family feud.
What it was, I think dude done applied some pressure to his back. And so he didn't. The pressure wasn't too well. So guess what? It was time for him to apply pressure, and dude didn't want that pressure applied to his back. So he said, "F this shit." He killed him.
So
he didn't get to apply no pressure.
Okay, so here's what's funny. I wish I went over this thing a little bit better before we started, but I just think it's just so like self-explanatory. Strangled.
So he's choked him out.
Fishing partner was going. Man, that is just ridiculous. I mean, okay, so we all know what kind of drug the guy looks like he's on, right? So, but I mean, I've got some money. I don't know of any kind of freaking drug that makes you want to freaking think that Bigfoot is going. That Bigfoot.
He probably got some bath salt or something, man. You know,
I think it was one that Brokeback Mountain type of shit, man.
You really? You think
it probably was?
It ain't
they were
no
lovers?
Bigfoot. He put his big foot in him. He didn't like it because he didn't get to put his foot out.
Oh, jeez. Oh, my God. That shit funny.
You supposed to take your time. Not the day. Knocked dust from his ass.
You had two people on the offense.
His feelings was hurt.
Nobody wanted to play defense.
This is what I'm trying to think. How does it? Yeah, he was on offense. He wanted to play some defense.
He came in
Oh my God.
That's funny.
He didn't want to run wide receiver routes. He wanted bring and block somebody.
I'm the center this time. No, I'm QB. I'm
quarterback. Oh shit!
Both of them fighting for quarterback.
Yeah, both fighting for quarterback.
Well, the thing is, this is why I feel like I live in a simulation, is because I'm thinking that, man, this can't be real. It's like this really happened.
Hold on, you live what simulation?
I live in my simulation.
Oh, okay.
I don't live in their simulation.
Oh, okay.
This is just some dude picture some story came up on some freaking headline.
That guy's nuts, man.
Now listen, humans do some pretty, but I have been to South Carolina, so I guess that is in my simulation. That's what's scary.
I've been there.
I have. I don't know the feller. I mean, obviously. I'm glad.
I passed by that motherfucker. I didn't do no stopping.
Hey, listen. I know who this guy looks like. He looks like that dude that was on Sin City. That was the guy that was killing all the girls.
Yeah.
No, not Mickey Rourke. Mickey Rourke wasn't killing all the girls. He was the savior.
He looked more like a pedophile.
No. Go to the evil villain on Sin City. Let's go to that real quick.
Let's clip to the noodler.
Yeah, the yellow guy.
The noodler.
Let's compare pictures.
Let's side by side, split them.
That's him.
That's him, dude. Look at that ear, bro. I'm telling you, it's the same ear.
It is the same ear. It is the same ear.
He definitely got them ears.
That's the same ear, dude.
Oh, jeez.
He looked like
His grandma grabbed him too, dude.
He looked like a priest.
His grandma grabbed the shit out of him too. You can tell it.
Somebody done grabbed the shit out of me.
That's how old school ones did it, She grabbed him by the ear and ripped that
Yeah, he done hit that head dog down.
Oh, jeez. Wait till you play. Look at that dude's picture compared to that freaking thing.
Look, she's still doing it.
He looks so disappointed.
She's still doing it, dude. She probably did it last week when he came home from jail.
Hey, I can hear him right now in court going, it's either me or him. I wasn't going to get fed a Sasquatch.
Yeah.
So, heavy.
Grandma said I couldn't get fed the Sasquatch.
But really, he wanted me to run past patterns, but I wanted to block somebody.
Touchdown.
Well, I mean, hopefully they can get the podcast in jail and they can watch us on here cutting up about it.
Man,
Probably so.
he probably upset
Sorry.
like a boy.
Sorry about your grandma, bro. Sorry about your grandma, bro.
But obviously, on a serious note, this guy obviously has some mental issues. I wonder
man,
how
major.
they are going to handle that. And if it was just him telling them that so he could get out of going to the electric chair, because that's in South Carolina. Isn't that electric chair state?
Oh no, he just need to tell him I just want to get my lick back.
Man, he wouldn't let me give it to him back.
Yeah.
So
I just wanted mine back.
He never.
So
he never-
funny.
He wouldn't hike the ball, man.
I told him.
Look, man. I mean, jeez, I don't even know what to say about that.
He was moving too fast for me to do our green on him.
Man, somebody somewhere, man. You know what we need, man? They need to talk to somebody, man. They need to talk. The dude needs to talk.
He gonna talk to somebody.
Yeah.
He got a long time talking to somebody. A long time.
Look, this is a good example of you can't tell people just a bunch of that you kill somebody for, because I mean, no, look, man. If somebody, of course, the police didn't buy it. Hopefully, they didn't.
But he looked like
they probably
he's
declared
serious.
him insane. That's what
He looked like he's serious though.
he does.
That
you
motherfucker
got a
serious.
good point. But
So
I mean, but do they? I'm wondering though. I'm
Does-
being very serious. Do they consider somebody like this mentally ill?
Well, that's just a good way to get. That's just a good way to get up out of it.
That's good.
Well, hey.
Just to say you're mentally
Yeah,
ill.
yeah, exactly.
But
yeah.
hey,
that's
check
a good
this
way.
out, dude. I dig what you're saying, because, like, all right, say he's not mentally or unstable or
But
insane.
how do they prove that though?
But they do tests with doctors, just like they
man.
prove anything. How do they have an IQ?
Man, you can go in there act any way you want to and get a damn
You know what
check,
I'm saying,
man.
though? I mean, I could, if I went and murdered somebody, I could say, man, the aliens told me to do it. My brother aliens told me to do it. People probably think I got a mental problem because I think I'm from another planet. But I don't care. I'm just saying I could say all kinds of crazy stuff.
Man,
And you can stick to your story the whole time and get away with murder. That's freaking ridiculous.
Man, real talk, man. Let me tell you something. My sister got a friend. They work at the Social Security office at the crazy place, right? And I came in the house, never broke who I was. I played like I was a pastor the whole time.
Yep.
And at the end of the day, she was like, "You be honest with you, if you going to that place like that, guess what? You'll get a check because you was real good."
Well, see, it's what I'm saying. People can convince people with stuff. And especially if you're blindsided, and you know,
yeah.
because I'm sure they deal with real mental people who really
They gonna see
are-
past that though,
But
right there.
yeah,
You think
those-
so?
they-
Yeah,
oh
they gonna see
yeah,
past
man.
that.
They for sure.
Well, I'm not.
But
not
I mean,
saying-
but does it go back to the credibility of like
But-
Bigfoot? Like, if he's not insane,
Bigfoot.
Does that
and-
mean
and
y'all
what-
believe in
what was it,
Bigfoot?
Bigfoot in South Carolina? I don't believe that my goddamn self.
yeah.
really,
I mean, he
Why
could
not?
be. There's a lot of wooded.
Yeah, Bigfoot.
you know me. I'm always taking up for Bigfoot.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
He'll travel with this mouth. If that traveling
oh,
from-
they're
from-
man.
What they say they saw him in
Man, I'm gonna tell
Alaska
you
or somewhere?
how I really feel about it.
Washington.
I feel that Bigfoot is the species they are the indigenous species and we are the imposters because they got more room. Dude. There's so much empty land out there. If you fly across the United States and look down,
it's
and
like
how much empty land there is, and that's just between Tennessee and think about freaking out west and freaking like up in Montana and freaking Oregon and Washington State. I mean, man, let me tell you something. Bigfoot is
is lurking.
it's real, man. It's just as real as it gets. Because what's funny, they just found the chupacabra, and they still, after catching the chupacabra, they still said, "Oh, this ain't a chupacabra. This is some dog with a mange." The dang chupacabra's got his hands. Man, can we cut to that real quick? I know you got a lot of
Chupacabra.
cuts on this, Jackson, but Sidetrack. I'm sorry. We can't disclose his name because he don't want the fame.
Sidetrack. El Chupacabra.
This they call it chupacabra, and the thing is using its hands, Junior. Like he said, you see? I showed you the video of that thing.
That's creepy.
Oh my
dude.
God, you gotta show us, Junior. Man, what's up with these flies in here, man?
Damn flying this motherfucker.
No, we left the door open. Hey,
That's some stinky shit.
no, this chupacabra is sitting there eating like it. It's got its hands using its
What's
hands
he eating?
like a human.
Is somebody feeding
They
it?
feeding it. Yeah, they got it caged up.
Oh, they trapped it.
Oh yeah. They trapped the
They
thing.
don't tell them what they got out there.
It's half fox, half groundhog.
Inbreed.
There it is, right there. Watch this
Deep in
stuff.
the backwoods of South Texas, you never know what might be lurking around
South
the corner
Texas.
or in your tree.
And he saw this strange animal sitting up here eating corn.
In Ratcliffe, a small town in DeWitt County, residents are certain they found the mythical, despicable chupacabra. And this time, it's alive. Jackie Stock says her husband caught the creature Sunday night.
He called me to come and
What's
look,
this?
and I said, Bubba, that looks like a
but that woman's
baby
hairdo.
chupacabra.
With its
Just
hairless
dollar bars.
back, large claws, countless
Look at
teeth,
his
and
hand.
ferocious growl,
Look at him.
many would say this animal fits the bill.
You know, I hunted coons. You know,
Man, he was serious. Y'all heard them coons?
Oh,
Coons.
is its growl.
coons don't make that noise.
Yeah, well, no.
Possum. What makes that noise? I guess chupacabra does. I don't know.
Shit, don't give a damn.
That's a
long.
rotossum. That's half rat, half possum. huh?
Elusive chupacabra, but what do wildlife
No,
experts
it's got
have to say?
fangs.
The animal in the cage, as best I can tell from the view,
Man, cut it off. Don't even let that get his face on there. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Oh, sorry, motherfucker. God dang it. Sorry.
He said an animal in the
No, but
cage.
it makes me mad. It's like they catch the thing and you got some dude up in some freaking university and he's from the University of Rhode Island.
Man, that is
Probably Rhode Island. Woman is running for governor up there.
Hey, that's
It's work for Rhode Island.
we know he ain't gonna be voting for her. I'm gonna vote for him.
Chupacabra doesn't exist. Now they may have one, but the chupacabra does not exist. I'm telling you, that's a dog with mange. Use his hands. Learn how to
He
use his
said,
hands.
No, that's not a
Dog
dog.
man.
That's not a dog face.
Man,
That is a chupacabra.
I was my first time ever seeing an animal like that. No lie.
Because because they finally caught one. They had found a dead body and of the chupacabra. They have it freaking stuffed in this one woman's house. And the thing is obviously not. They took the hair sample. It's not a species of any kind. That's unknown species, and that's what I'm saying about Bigfoot. You guys think I'm kidding. I don't think Bigfoot. Even though I wear the T-shirt where Bigfoot's an alien, and I like the best one is where it's got an alien head. And he takes his freaking thing
Yeah.
off. Well, the problem with that is aliens are a little shorter than most, if I had to guess. Besides, that's right. We got the white talls.
The tall skinnies.
All the species of aliens is real, and they live among us. I'm one of them.
It's some funny looking out there.
am an alien.
Have you ever been to Walmart at past midnight?
Man.
Hey, I used to take pictures. I was going to start a website called
People of Walmart.
IsawAnAlien.com.
Yeah.
Where, matter of fact, I shouldn't have put that out on this here, baby. But if you do, here's the thing: you send in your picture of the alien that you saw. Man, I had all kinds, and of course, Tiffany's like, that's going to hurt somebody's feelings like that.
No, man.
Listen, man, if somebody took a picture of me and said I saw an alien, I'd be like, hell yeah. But now some of these things, man, dude, I'm
You
telling you.
ever seen Men in Black? There's a lot of aliens, man.
But no, there was this one woman, man, at Walmart, and she had a tail hanging out of her leg, and I had a picture of it. I got it somewhere. She was a reptilian.
She had a
She was
tail.
a real reptilian.
Look like Bigfoot, then they got some, they have some big ass feet out there. You know what I mean? So
She got a leg
but
foot.
there's a Bigfoot out there.
Man, could you imagine,
That's a Bigfoot.
guys, could you imagine being Bigfoot and going to like a party in L.A.? Dude, he'd have so many women around him. Think about this, because you know how women, what they say about your feet. If your feet are big, you know what I'm saying? So Bigfoot, be having all kinds of women around him like, oh, baby. And, Bigfoot be like, yeah, man, yeah. Big old feet,
Oh,
man, get it?
He holds a
Anyway.
fuck. He holds a
Okay.
What's your
Bigfoot.
Instagram?
Okay, so,
Slide.
well, man, today, has been the most frustrating day I think I've had in a long
Man, I'm
time.
gonna be honest. The last few weeks have been just.
Is Mercury in retrograde or?
I don't know, man.
Man.
Something's going faster.
All I can say is though is like the Mercury retrograde thing is weird because it does seem like some really messed up happens in my life on that thing. But everybody can't be having a bad day or a bad month or whatever. But you know what retrograde is, don't you guys? Okay, this is what's funny. So the stars they go around just like everything else does. It goes, we see them so the Earth isn't flat. We see the stars moving around too, but when the Mercury starts going the other direction, that's retrograde. But I found there's other planets that do that too. Mars does that. So there's a certain point where the Earth is spinning it. We basically catch up and pass the planet. And when we do, it goes the other direction.
Yeah.
And then when it comes back around is when we're at our closest point in the stars. Now, I don't first any astronomers out there or whatever. I'm sorry if I didn't get that right. But I'm pretty sure that's what I know when retrograde is when it goes backwards to us. We're seeing the planet go backwards. And supposedly that's when you don't cut business deals. That's when you don't freaking do certain things. Electronic gear goes crazy.
Yeah.
Now I'm trying to think to myself. Now, how in the hell does that?
They said that one year and then happened. Everybody went bought up everything.
That Y2K. Y2K.
Oh my Lord,
man! Them fools
what do you
went
think
bought
about Y2K?
everything.
Here's how I'll tell you something funny. There's William Shatner. Y'all know that guy. Well, he has a thing on there called Unexplainable. Okay. Well, he had another show before that. I'm finding out that I'm just now seeing years back. It was on some weird network, Dust or something like that. I can't remember. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Whole point is he's doing this thing, and there's a guy on there talking about how this is how long it was, how the world's going to end in 2012, and how he's preparing for it. And this is why, because the Mayan calendar says it's going to stop. Well, I got news for him. It didn't stop. It's 10 years later. I did have an end of the world party. It was a disaster, but anyway, that's beside the point. I had an end of the world party, and it was a disaster. I mean, it was the end of the world, all right. It was like, what the world are y'all thinking?
What did I do?
Jacked up all that money.
Man, they were partying like I wasn't. They were partying like it was the end of the world. I went, man, you guys take it easy, man. What are y'all doing?
This
Drunk?
is my house, man.
Act like a bunch of freaking idiots.
You know what I was doing when that shit was happening, man?
What?
Kick back, smoke the bullet, and said, look at these dumb.
No, because I just don't understand. Like, look, man, I'm not saying the Mayans didn't know things because they obviously did, but you're talking about the same people who sacrificed humans to the freaking to some god, I mean, pulled their heart out, beating and stuff. It's like, listen, man, I don't know if we can take too much advice from those guys. It's like you got to come to the conclusion in your life. It's like this is what I'm talking about. Is what the simulation.
That's fear tactics.
Yeah.
They're sitting there sacrificing these people to the freaking sun god or something like that.
Little fear tactics, man.
And here's the thing. The thing is when an eclipse happens, those guys freaked out, man. I'm talking like, oh my God, or however they talk. It's like, what in the hell were they thinking? But here's the even more crazy part is the whole freaking civilization disappeared and they don't know where they're at. Like they just went away. Okay, there's no bodies. There's no freaking things. Is that the Incas or the Mayans? I'm pretty sure. I think it was the Mayan calendar. Okay, it's the Mayan calendar. So, so the Mayans, I think they do know where they went, but the Incas, they don't know where they went. They just disappeared. Now you got to ask yourself. Now, hang on. They're finding out this thing. These guys were really structured. And there are so many freaking lost cities over there that they haven't found as in the Congo. Not in the Congo, it's on the other side of the planet. Or in the Amazon jungle. And that these had freaking a population of millions. And they're just gone.
Just disappeared.
Just disappeared. So, of course, me being me, I'm thinking that maybe that there was a certain... alien species that come down here and harvested them for freaking slave labor. I'm serious. I mean, that would be the only thing that makes any sense of a whole civilization disappearing. But that's not the only civilization that's disappeared. There's a few. Like they don't even know where they went. They don't even know who they are. Like the people who really built the Nazca lines, they don't even know where. Now, you could say, well, they burnt the bodies, but now there had to be somebody left to burn the bodies.
Somebody knew about
Like,
it.
you don't just all of a sudden, well, hey, man, I'm going to burn my body too. You don't do that.
No.
You know, so it's like, what the heck's going on? I mean, I don't know. It's just a weird topic. But anyway, I was just saying how funny it is how this guy's on there, Junior. This dude's serious as hell, too. This is the reason why it's going to all end in 2012 and all that stuff like that. We better get ready for the end of the world, man. Look, man.
Computers won't work.
Computers won't work. Computers will not work. You will not be able to look up recipes online anymore.
Man,
I was taught not to believe no man, and whoever believed him was just plumb crazy. What got me? He got over 1 million followers that thought the world was.
But so I heard a startling number the other day, guys, about flat Earth. 15%. Was that what it was, Jackson? 20% of the world, is it world's population or America? Okay, American population thinks
20%.
that the freaking Earth is
like
flat.
this table.
Okay, so
Like
how many
flat.
people, how much is the population? 300 million?
Or more.
Yeah, how much is the population?
300 million.
Okay, so 300 million. So how much would that be, guys? I mean, 20% of that, that's 60 million people. 60 million people think in the United States that the Earth is flat. Now, look, man, listen, I'm not ragging on my friends because I got friends out there that think that, and I love them. God love them.
I mean, if it's flat, then where does it end?
They say that you go past the Antarctica mountains there, that just drops off. It's the end of the earth, and the demons are outside. I've heard all kinds of crazy things. But Jason Knowles is going to come on here and explain to us the flat earth thing, because I don't think they think it's flat. I think they think it's a dome, and that we are the center of the universe, and that NASA is a bunch of actors that's acting on TV, and that none of it's real. Man, what would be the point? Junior just saying nothing. I got nothing.
Nothing.
I got nothing.
I'm lost.
No, but can you believe it, though? The thing is I'm just like, I try to think of like even thinking that way, but that's what I'm talking about, this all being a simulation.
Yeah.
Because if you're thinking that direction, then you have to, your reality is a whole different reality than ours. And do I believe that may be true? Like, does Junior have his own freaking reality here, and that's nobody else's? So he sees me completely different. Hell, he may even think I look different.
Yeah, them folks right there I think it's just going too deep. Hell, it's just, if it's flat,
It ain't
way
that
too
deep,
It ain't
homie.
that deep, homie.
Just sit back. Oh, the world's flat. I want you to believe it. It got to be round. It's just common sense.
I mean,
But I don't think it's.
how does everything move then? You know?
My buddy,
Explain to me the movement.
Russ, we all know Russ. Russ thinks that if you are standing on the Antarctica, he's like, how in the world could you stand at the South Pole, Antarctica, and not fall off the freaking Earth? Gravity. Are you serious? Like, it's called Newton's Law of Gravity. Isn't it Newton's Law? Okay, the apple falls from a tree and it hits the ground. It doesn't start floating. If it started floating, that'd be a whole different line of physics. But physics says that, hey, when you're spinning look, it blows my mind when I see the Earth, when I'm coming in on my spaceship, and I see the Earth just sitting there in midair. Okay, but it's not air. It's space. But it's still a gravitational pull. You're like, well, what's really there holding up?
How's this thing floating?
It does blow the mind if you think about that way. Like this thing, this big old ball sitting up here, and so I hear this whole, there ain't no way. Even my son Isaac, he's like, there ain't no way we're traveling through space at 182,000 miles an hour. Yes, we are, because we're going around the freaking galaxy. There's also a thing in the middle that's freaking making everything turn and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, it's, I can't tell you how fast going, but it's definitely other species out there, though.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, for sure.
So you think...
And it's probably way more planets than...
think about
even crazier
than they ever know.
Even crazier than the chupacabra.
There's no possible way
they came up with a planet X.
That there's this many galaxies, billions of galaxies, And there is billions of stars in those galaxies that we are alone in our universe, or even in our freaking near universe,
Who's to say
or near galaxy.
Yeah, who's to say if you pass away, your spirit don't go to another one of them galaxies? You know, you
Well,
reincarnate somewhere.
Believe
else,
me,
you know
I've
what
done
I'm
a lot
saying?
of thinking about that lately because, I mean, I definitely don't want, I don't even know if I would remember if anything was like that. But man, I mean, it does seem like, it seems weird that we just woke up here.
Yeah.
It does. There's a lot of questions I have, and there's a lot of things I know about, and there's people I feel comfortable around, and there's people I don't feel comfortable around, and I just feel like maybe that somehow, some way, I know that we're all connected some way.
Yeah.
I mean, we are definitely a drop in the ocean that ripples through the whole thing.
Well, what makes you want to question everything when they get to destroying history and shit like that? It may just make you want to question everything, and
yeah, I mean,
half the time you got to question it. You know what I'm saying? So
when change happens, of course you're gonna question.
Right? It's weird. It's just weird. It's just weird, and it's like a weird part of the time. It's a weird time.
It is.
It's a weird time for
you just
everybody.
the ultimate goal is you just hope love wins.
But in the universe, though, imagine a civilization that is 100,000 years older, or just 100 years older than us. In 100 years, look how much technology's came just in this past 100 years. I mean, geez, guys.
Damn, I know.
I mean,
well,
cell phones. This is going to be like horse and buggy.
Well, if they actually use technology like they should, a lot of stuff would be a lot easier and cheaper.
Right.
It's like one man that got killed. He got killed, I think a month ago. That he actually found a way to run a car off air, and he actually got killed in one of the mass shootings. But nobody never talked about that.
Well, man, run off air.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what.
He was basically making the air like water, taking the water out of the air.
So moisture out of the air.
Yeah, the moisture out of the air.
Running an engine.
Yeah.
Well,
steam engine.
You know how much money that would have saved everybody?
Well, that's the thing is those companies, the Four Horsemen that own all the oil companies, they are also the ones who run the world.
Oh, yeah.
So, their thing is to keep oil a part of our freaking daily life. And the question is are we going to wind up like freaking Road Warrior one of these days and everybody fighting over freaking fuel? I mean,
yeah.
And the answer to that is if we don't adjust, to electric
or an alternate.
But electric, you can see out there is going to be a problem there because they're just going to start charging just to do our thing there.
Oh yeah, I mean they're going.
There's already crazy lines.
Eventually get you on them gas price on electric.
Right. Right. It's like that. They're just going to convert it to that. If you want to,
I don't know that they're charging yet, but
I don't think they are they?
I don't think so.
Oh yeah, some places they're charging.
Really, already charging. Yeah. I wonder how much to do it up.
Not for sure, but I know down in Georgia they were charging.
So when electric car, I mean, I'm pretty dumb with this whole thing. I mean, can you just plug it into your house?
Yeah, there's adapters. Yeah, but it's a lot longer of a charge. Like those
overnight
units.
Charge.
Yeah, those units you go to for the charge at these stations, they're like
you probably better have a special generator for it.
Yeah, they're 220. No, it's a power line. It's just like hooking up a dryer versus hooking up a washer. It's 110 versus 220.
Right.
And but it's a lot more power. So therefore, you charge a little quicker at a station than you would at your house, because most people are plugging a regular adapter into a wall, which is only 110.
The thing is, how far can you travel on the one charge up? I think that's the key.
Well, and that depends on the battery. I mean, they have different statuses now.
Oh, do they?
They got different models. Yeah, there's some that go further, and
the first ones, they probably ain't no good right now compared to
what's going to be 100 years from now. Yeah. Well, 100 years from now, we're not going to be on the ground. We're going to be flying through the air. We're going to be looking up.
We're already flying.
Man, have y'all seen those one-man drones they got?
Yeah.
Dude, I want one of them. Everybody goes, hell, everybody dying, man. You have a crash. Look, man, I want one. I want one, and I'll take my chances. I'll get me a parachute, man. I guess you can't parachute out of one of those because it's got propellers.
Well, they got them like they look like 4-wheelers, but they're like little mini helicopters, but they're drones.
That's great. It's so awesome, man. You know what makes me mad? We're gonna be like, by the time we get the heck out of here, which I hope it'll be a long time. That's when that shit's gonna be cool. But think about being young and having one of those. Gosh, dang, like Jackson, man. Somebody's gonna be able to get. He's gonna be able to really get some cool things before he freaking kicks the bucket, man. I feel like I've been kind of cheated there.
We have.
But think about how bad music's getting, exponentially bad.
Yeah.
So it's like
when the loopers
song,
get involved.
the song, the songwriting thing with him is going to get really bad because then it's like one day, and it won't be long. I think that the record business will be completely, because right now they're making a killing off these freaking streaming services. But you wait till, because somebody like
They're looking for that one hit.
Hey, Jay-Z, he's already caught on. I'm gonna get my own streaming service, and that way these somebody just can't get a part of my action. And it's like, how genius is that? But what happens when everyone catches on to that and understands that, hey, they're going to do their freaking own streaming service. If you want to freaking stream my stuff, come to my website and stream it. But why isn't that happening anyway? I guess they're trying to. But that's the thing is, like, you can't advertise. What if every band, type in Breaking Benjamin, because we were talking about them the other day. You type in Breaking Benjamin, and it takes you to their website. You just stream. But see, it's so much easier though if you have a conglomerate, or they have a playlist, and then the other artists, share that with them, and then all of them get the advertising.
Well, everybody gets. Yeah.
I just think there's going to be a revolution in the music business. It's going to be outrageous, and it's going to freaking absolutely turn and flip everything on its head again. One more time, maybe two more times.
Well, most cats, if they especially if they independent, they'd be better off just building their website. But myself personally, I wouldn't put nothing but slaps on there. If you ain't got no slaps, guess what? Don't even put it on.
What do you mean slaps?
Good songs.
Oh yeah, if you ain't got good songs,
and you charge $1 fucking song. A person will pay $1 for a song. If it's good music, guess what? They ain't gonna have no problem.
But the sad part of $1 for a song is nobody talks about this a lot, but you sell a song on Apple Music for $1, guess what? You're making maybe 60 cents, or maybe 40 cents.
But
I think it's 40 cents.
What I'm saying,
I think it's 40 cents.
What I'm saying, even if you got your site built through Google or whatever, I'm talking about something like that, building your own site, which you can do the Apple, but building yours where your capital goes straight to you, not nobody else.
Yeah,
right. Well, and I don't quite understand that reason why that's not being done more, and I think there for a while AC/DC was like, we're not putting our shit on Spotify.
Man,
a lot of artists did.
If they look at this cat named Boosie, man, they trying their best to shut him down from Instagram or whatever, but he got his own site. You can go to his site, buy his music, his movies, whatever, and they can't stop him.
All right, guys, I got a freaking piece. Hey, man. Hey, guys, hit the subscribe button and subscribe. You'll get more. Pretty soon, we're going to have our own show, just us three, that will be on the Band Podcast website. But hit that subscribe button, man, and you will see us every Tuesday and every Friday.
Bam.
All right, bam. Bam, baby. Bam.
Bam.